This is Poor Man's Coogan Cassius for iFilm London. I'm here with two very amusing, very talented, I was going to say young, but perhaps not, fighters who are ready to scrap it out for the Commonwealth lightweight title at the Olympia on Saturday night live on Sky Sports. I'm going to start with, is it the Driftfield Destroyer or is it the Troll Hunter, or is the Troll Hunter something that Dave Coldwell come up with?
I've been called a few names, but I think at the minute it is a Troll Hunter. And if Dave thinks he can earn a bit more money out of me, then he'll change my name every 2 minutes if he wants to.
Now tell the truth.
No, don't tell the truth. That's a better story.
This already going lies always going.
That was a great press conference. A lot of humbleness, a lot of honesty.
Yeah.
This is a step up to another level for you.
Yeah.
I think mentally you've come on a long way. I've seen in your performances. What makes you feel like you're ready for Derry Mathews?
Like I said, it's just been the accumulation of time, you know. I think early on in my career, a lot of people were too quick to judge me, but I'd been doing it 2 minutes. You know, Derry's been boxing for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. I've only been doing it 6 years, so it just took me time to kind of learn my trade. You know, I'm sure when you started promoting, you weren't as good then as what you are now. And it's,
well, back to Audley Harrison and beat David A.
Well, exactly. But, you know, it's one of those things that, especially boxing, there's no quick fix to it. It takes time and it takes years, it takes bloody noses to get there. So it just took me time, that's all. And now I'm at that point where I believe I'm at the peak of my powers, physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm ready to get in there, and I know. Listen, me and Derry will throw insults at each other for the next 2 days, but I've got a lot of respect for Derry. He's a good fighter. He's been there, seen it, done it. But on Saturday night, we're going to tear into each other, and we're going to find out who the man is. He says he's going to stand there in front of me and fight, and I'll be honest, that's gets me a little bit excited.
Gives you a little chirp on.
Yeah, it gives me a little semi on. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. I film London. I don't care. We just won't say that on Sky Sports on Saturday night. That's all. You said something that fascinated me. You said you know that he can hurt you,
yeah,
and you know that he could probably knock you out,
yeah,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? And I mean, to a normal human being, that would make me quite afraid.
Yeah.
How do you overcome that and work that into the game plan, knowing that he is able to do that at any time? Is it just that he's able to do it, you're able to do it, and you're happy to have that mix,
yeah,
and therefore, if you take your chance, he takes his, you know? Are you open to the fact that you could get beat on Saturday night?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if I don't fight as well as I fight, my defence isn't as tight when I'm attacking, Derry will knock me out. But if I get everything right, I'll take him out. You know, and part of, you know, sometimes a strength is knowing your weaknesses as well. You know, if you know what you're not good at, then don't put yourself in that position on fight night. I know certain things that I'm not too clever at, so I won't put myself in that position on Saturday night. But if I get my tactics right and my defence is on point, I'll take Derry out. And I don't mean to the Chinese.
Derry, I know you two talk great. I'll tell you what, hopefully we can have a cracker and do a rematch, I think. But I said in my, you know, in the press conference up there, you've operated, and again, no disrespect to Curtis, at a high level, and you come off the back of a win against Tommy Coyle. You see this as just another fight, or what's the, you know, is it that you think this is just a great stylistic fight, so therefore you just want to have it? Because you are a bit of a lunatic in that respect.
It's just that as well. I'm fighting in my own city on a great bill with other up and coming lads, and you know it's a packed card, and I've got a lot of respect for Curtis, and it's a tough fight, and you know he comes to win, and as I said before, he's been in with Frankie Gavin and been in the distance with him, so you know, and you know the man deserves respect. You know he's given a football career up to come and be a boxer, and you know I've respected him from day one. I speak to him up until the build up to this fight. We always spoke highly of each other, and we spoke a lot, and we've had so many good spars together as well. But you know, I know that if I get beat at Curtis Woodhouse, I've got nowhere to go, so I've got to beat him. Is
that the danger in a fight like this? Because sometimes when you fight against the likes of Gavin Rees, or when you fought Crawler, it's kind of like, if I don't win, I know I could step down a level, but with this, it's difficult with a loss to go back to that level certainly straight away.
I said the same in the anti-collar fight, the first anti-collar fight when I went into it. I said if I get beat, that's it, I'm done. And then I said in the second anti-collar fight, if I get beat, but we drew, I was lucky. Well, I thought he was lucky enough to get the draw, and then getting beat to Gavin Rees, who went on to box Adrian Boner. There's no shame in that, you know. And I think I got Gavin Rees at the most probably the peak of his career, and you know, and he obviously been beaten anti-collar in the past, but you know, this fight against Curtis, I've got to win. It's going to hopefully open doors for bigger and better things for me. I want my hands on that British title. I'm asking anyone to get me another shot at Marcelli, the European champion, who I honestly believe I can beat him with the right team around me, and back with Danny Vaughan, and I know I can beat him. And also I've got that's a question to Dave. Who's you going to walk out with on Saturday night?
Yeah. Well, people have been asking me the same question with Froch Groves, and I've done well to duck that question. So Dave, who are you going to walk out with on Saturday night?
Well, after this interview and what Curtis has just said, I might walk out with Derry. I'm going to wait in the middle of the ring for him all. That's it.
All I say is, you walk in with a champion, walk out with a champion. Simple as that. He was very open that the fact that he could get knocked out, and obviously he can knock you out. Do you have the same mentality? You quite openly admit you could be knocked out.
Yeah, because he's a puncher. He's a strong fighter. I've sparred him and how strong he is. And if I'm not at my best, Curtis Woodhouse wins the fight. And if I'm at my best, I win the fight easy. And that's not being big-headed or disrespectful. It's about levels, and I believe it's my time on Saturday night. I've done everything right. I've had the best camp, no excuses. Curtis again, he won't have an excuse, and we're ready for it, both of us.
Everyone talks about this being a potential fight of the year contender. You see that as well? I mean, obviously there's game plans going. Yeah, but I mean, as a fighter, when you hear that, is it a fuck's sake, or is it I can't wait, or is it? I mean,
I just like to entertain the fans, and last year I was nominated to come second. I think I'm up this year, a week after the fight. I'm up for another award for the one again, and if this goes on, it'll be in the awards next year. So I'm always an entertaining fight. I like to please the crowd, and Saturday night they won't be disappointed. Everyone's got a ticket. They're very lucky to get a ticket, and them watching at home, tune in and don't blink.
You were disappointed against Coyle. You got the win, and that's sometimes a sign of a great fighter. What went wrong in that fight?
I was shite from the first bell. Everything in the warm up, even in the warm up, I was roasting in the warm up. Went outdoor. I didn't like the outdoor event. I just felt cold and everything. And Tommy was good. Let's take nothing away from Tommy Coyle. He performed that night. He landed the shots and moved. But I said right up into the build up. I spoke to Dave. I said to the lads in the press conferences, I'll land a left hook somewhere along the line in the fight, and I'll knock him out. And luckily enough, I got it. And if not, my career would have been over.
Great fight. And finally, prediction for Saturday night.
I'm just going to get the W. I know I'm going to win. As I say, I've got to.
Do you think it will go 12?
No, I know it won't go 12 if I turn up, and I know I'm going to turn up, so I can't see it going 12.
Curtis, prediction for Saturday?
I think I'll knock Derry out.
Any particular round?
Bloody hell, Eddie.
No, listen, that's enough. Listen, just want to say you two, absolute credit to the sport. Promoted by Dave Coldwell, so I can sit there and enjoy it. Cheers. I've totally enjoyed being around you two today. Made a best man win. Shake hands. And good luck. Right, none of that. Let's not go over the top. Poor man's Coogan Cassius for iFilm London.